Ordinary for me. We ain't going to your favorite place.
Hi, it's Dr. Nikiba Jackson, and welcome to Freedom Fridays. My friend won't be joining me tonight, but I'm in her room, so hopefully, you guys will still feel her presence here. But before you go further, I would like for you to like, share, comment, and subscribe in any order, but please do them all. And I just want to welcome you to Freedom Fridays. Freedom Fridays is this opportunity for me to share with you the things that has been holding me back from living a life that's fulfilled, things that have been limiting me, weighing me down. And as I focus on those limiting beliefs and releasing those things that I've learned that has allowed me to be weighed down, I'm freeing excess pounds. I'm freeing up a lot of things that's happened to me in life to be able to live my life to the fullest. And, I start off with saying living my best life. And so when you talk about living your best life means so many different things. It's saying a lot, but then it's saying a lot of nothing as well. And so for me, when I talk about me living my best life, it's a cliche. I'm going to start off by saying that because me living my best life, to me, if someone else is looking at me, they might not think it, or someone else, or I might think inside of myself, what is my best life? And if I don't know what my best life is, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. And so that's what I want to just talk to you about today, about learning how to be free to listen to yourself and be authentic with yourself. I'll share with you a story. When I started my career years ago, I had no direction, no real direction in terms of what I wanted to do. Well, that's not true. So being authentic with you, I wanted to be a lawyer. And when I said I wanted to be a lawyer, that was like my dream because I wanted to help people. And I always saw, like, I grew up on watching shows like Matlock. Pretty much any judge show that you can watch on TV, I enjoy watching those. And so as I got older, I don't watch judge shows like I used to unless it's some kind of drama judge show. I like those. But I'm a working woman, so I don't spend a lot of time on watching them like I used to. And so what I'll say is, even though I said I wanted to be a lawyer, I went to school. My degree was American Studies, which was studying history and English. And a lot of things that I did while I was in school didn't really set me up to become a lawyer. Like, I didn't try to do interns with the law firm, didn't do things like that. But I just knew that I was going to be a lawyer because you go to school, you do what you're supposed to do, then you go to law school. It's a track that you're supposed to do. And so I hadn't planned on me being a lawyer. I just did the obvious thing, which was go to school. But the things that required additional work, I didn't do it. So first step in being authentic with yourself is, or knowing what you want to do, you got to be authentic with yourself. So for me, if I said I wanted to be a lawyer, it wasn't enough for me to just go to school. I had to do a little bit more work to actually get to the next stage of doing that. So I didn't do that. So I'm not a lawyer. And the next part was when I got my opportunity for my job. Someone came to our school. They were recruiting, and then I was like, it only made sense. I went to school to get a good job. I'm getting a good job, so I made it. And so when I was younger, I had all these thoughts of I wanted to move far, far away from home. And moving far, far away from home for me, didn't think that far away from home was in a different country. It was just in a different state. And so when I got an opportunity to move away from home, it was in a different state, in a different part of the country. And so, hey, I made it there also. And I'm like, hey, I remember when I was accepting opportunity, people were telling me, hey, you should stay here. You don't have to go so far away from home. But nobody knew what I really wanted. And I'll be honest, neither did I. Deep down inside, I knew, but it hadn't came to my own conscious mind at that moment because I was so busy living a life that I felt like other people wanted me to live. And when I say that, it just really means that you do one step to get to step 2, 3, whatever, and you do it in a chronological order, and things are supposed to work out the way that you think it should. And I'll tell you, probably give you a little bit more about the story a little later. But what I wanted to share with you is, as much as I was doing things that look good, it didn't necessarily bring me what I would consider true fulfillment. And even as I speak to you now, there's different things in life that I do want to accomplish. And you got to understand who you are, and don't be afraid to be authentic with yourself. That's on anything that you do in life. So if someone is on the outside of you, stepping to you, telling you what they think they want you to do, and telling you why it should work for you, if what you're thinking in your mind conflicts with what they say, the first thing that you really have to do is, number one, actually ask yourself who you really are. Look in the mirror, take a deep dive at yourself. Really take some time to meditate, take some time to pray about it, take some time to really focus on yourself. You can do that through journaling. You can do that through quieting the noise around you. And don't allow someone else to take over your voice. And taking over your voice by telling you who you are, telling you what you want. Because a lot of times when you take the time to allow other people to pour into you who they are or who they want for themselves, you end up losing your voice. You end up losing who you are. You end up not being able to hear yourself when you're talking to yourself. Sometimes you're not even able to stand up for yourself. And so that's really what I want to say. Just learn to take some time for yourself. Take some time to do some meditation. Take some time to do some prayer. Take some time to do some self-reflection. Take some time to journal. Take some time to just be in the essence of who you are. Ask yourself some questions. Without the outside noise and the outside influence. Because when you get into those situations when someone is telling you to do or say things about who they think you are, and you can't even stand up for yourself, then you really started working on the fact that you don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, how can you stand up for yourself? So on Freedom Friday tonight, I just want to say be authentic with yourself. It's free to take some time for yourself. So when you're getting in those moments where what someone else wants for you conflicts with who you feel that you are on deep inside, it will conflict with you so much till you just keep drifting into what others' thoughts are, what others' expectations are, and you forget to take the time to listen to yourself. And you spend so much time on other people's dreams, other people's thoughts, other people's ideas of you, that you don't really take the time to figure out who you really are, what you really want for yourself. And then we actually take some real time to think about yourself and focus on what you want to do for yourself. Then the way you start living your life changes so much tremendously. You'll find things that might come up to focus on the way that you used to be. But when those things come up, sometimes you're fighting it. But for the most part, no matter how much you fight it, you're still moving forward. So I just want to share with you how to just remain in those times where you can learn to stand up for yourself, be authentic with yourself, ask yourself what you really want. And if you ask yourself what you really want, ask yourself, are you really working towards what you really want? If you're not working towards what you really want, ask yourself, do I really want it? Because if I really wanted it bad enough, what's going to stand in the way of me getting to my goal? And so that's even with me. I'll just share, even with the weight loss goal. I've shared with everyone my goal is to be 252 pounds by July 15th. Is 252 pounds still a goal? Absolutely it is. Apparently, based on how I'm doing it, it's not my top priority. Like last week, I shared that I was going to be doing the Mother Nature's cleanse. I did the Mother Nature's cleanse for a few days, and then I just acted like I was just doing my own thing. And so it doesn't mean that I'm not wanting to do it. It means that I am so busy focusing on how it looks to everyone else as opposed to taking the time to reflect within myself. What are you actually doing to get towards this goal? And why did you set that goal? Is the goal a true goal? And if it's a true goal, what are you going to do? What are you going to focus on that helps you meet your goal? And so I really had to go back to the heart of why I shared with you guys back in 2015 in December, I got my surgery for my lap band. And so when I got that surgery, I had a set of things in mind of why I got it. I was dealing with a bunch of different stress issues that I felt like I couldn't overcome, and it was limiting my ability to exercise and just other things. And I was just going in this downward spiral mentally, and I needed a shift in my life. And so that shift for me, I end up allowing it to be an external shift to help me get motivated while I was, I guess, not focusing on the things that I was dealing with at the time. And so because I chose not to focus on the things what I was dealing with, or I handled it in a different fashion, it was showing up in the way that I was eating, the way that I was treating myself. And then my body started getting so much pain. And the pain that I was getting was really, I'm gonna just be honest, was a reactor to the stress. It was like my body wanted me to take the time and take care of my mental state. And you know, usually your body is not going to do that. Your body is like controlling what you do because you got to wake up, but your mind has to be stronger than the stuff that's in your body, because when you really want to do it, your mind, your determination, your willpower, your focus on what you do is what's going to continue to move you forward. So as I just continue to just share with you tonight, be authentic with yourself. Be authentic with why are you setting the goals for yourself. Are they really your goals? And if they're really your goals, what's standing in the way for you actually meeting them? And I'm not talking about doing stuff where you're setting what we would call realistic expectations, because realistic expectations are just as real as you make them. Because when you say they're unrealistic expectations for yourself, guess what they begin to become? Unrealistic expectations for yourself. So just be real with yourself, be authentic, learn how to create your narrative of who you are becoming, who you are being in the moments that you're in, and learn how to step inside the reality that you create for yourself, not what someone else creates for you. And when you start showing up more for yourself, then that's your outsides and your insides coming together. They're matching up. And then when other people see you, you're resisting the urge to be the person that you used to show up to, and you're becoming the person that you are always meant to be. So learn how to be authentic with yourself. Learn how to stand up for yourself. Learn how to listen to your voice, use your voice, and create your goals that are allowing you to live to be the best version of you. Someone else's best life might not be the best life for you, but as long as you're in the mindset that you are being you, you're being authentic, you're being true, that's all you are. And there's so many more possibilities that you can continue to expand to be the best version of yourself. And then you never have arrived, because we're always evolving. And that's all I want to share with you tonight. So be free to be authentic. Be free to stand up for yourself. Be free to take time to learn more about yourself. And be free to continue to grow. So you have a wonderful Freedom Friday. We shall talk later. Bye.